September 7, 1997, a date that changed history. The F-22 Raptor took to the skies, heralding the age of the fifth-generation fighter. The consensus was clear: the future belonged to stealth. And 20th-century jets were destined for museums. But history is often a better writer than strategists. Right when stealth jets are supposed to be dominating, an aircraft originally designed back in 1972, Grandpa, over 40 years old, is making a stunning resurgence. It's not just refusing to retire, it's being upgraded to directly confront the most modern threats. It's forcing the Pentagon to accept an uncomfortable truth: new technology isn't always the best solution over a highly optimized classic. Welcome to AeroDynamics channel. Today, we're diving deep into the ultimate mystery. How can a fighter jet from the last century compete, and in some crucial roles, outperform the F-22 and F-35? Meet the legendary comeback that proves payload and speed are still king. The F-15EX Eagle II. The F-22 Raptor was initially the pride of the USAF, intended to replace the entire F-15 Eagle fleet. But the end of the Cold War and the shift to asymmetric threats made the F-22 too specialized and too expensive to operate. Production was brutally slashed from 750 planned units to just 187. The quantity of Raptors was simply insufficient to maintain air dominance against resurging rivals. The role of mass production was pushed to the F-35 Lightning II, which aimed to be everything for everyone. However, being a jack-of-all-trades meant it struggled. Technical hurdles, cost overruns, and persistent delays. Crucially, its multi-role design, dictated by stealth requirements, severely limited its internal payload capacity and its high-end speed. Performance. The F-35 could not adequately fulfill the 24/7 high-speed, heavy payload air defense role previously handled by the F-15. While waiting for the fifth generation, the Pentagon made the critical mistake of ceasing purchases of new fourth-generation fighters. The legacy F-15C/D fleet began showing its age, hitting flight hour limits and facing obsolescence. A critical strategic gap emerged as geopolitical rivals developed advanced surface-to-air missile systems and new fighter jets. The urgent need for a new, high-speed, high-payload jet with lower operational costs than the F-22 became the Pentagon's top priority. After losing the F-35 contract, Boeing's fighter business looked bleak. Yet, they saw an opportunity in the export market, where 4++ generation jets were still highly sought after. Boeing understood that military procurement moves slowly. The combat-proven F-15 remained a lucrative option abroad, especially with the F-22 export ban. When the USAF sought a solution to extend the F-15's service life, Boeing proposed comprehensive upgrades based on the two-seat F-15E Strike Eagle platform. Export versions like the F-15SA, Saudi Arabia, and F-15QA, Qatar, became successful, real-world test beds. The Israeli case is key. They bought both F-35s and F-15s, stating clearly that the F-15 and F-35 are complementary assets, not rivals. With the stealth jet paving the way and the Eagle providing mass firepower. To win the domestic contract, Boeing proposed the F-15EX, designed to be the most advanced, most capable, and most digitally integrated F-15 ever built. The project was approved for 144 jets, and the F-15EX Eagle II was born. While the F-15EX has a higher initial unit price, around $90 million, than the F-35A. Experts affirm this is strategic, its life cycle cost is significantly lower. The F-15EX is substantially cheaper to operate, maintain, and sustain over its lifespan, ensuring a higher combat readiness rate due to simpler fourth-gen maintenance procedures. The F-15EX is not merely an electronics upgrade. Its airframe is reinforced with modern materials, increasing its fatigue life to a Massive 20,000 hours, drastically reducing the need for costly structural overhauls for decades. The jet successfully adapted 5th-gen integration concepts, turning it into a truly digital fighter. The ADCP-2 processor is its digital brain. This powerful commercial-based multi-core processor manages the immense data flow, reducing pilot workload and enabling automated decision-making. The N/APG-82A radar is the pinnacle of the F-15 radar line, providing superb range and multi-target tracking, and crucially, it has built-in electronic warfare (EW) capabilities, expanding its utility beyond simple detection. Since the EX isn't stealth, it relies on the world's most sophisticated defensive electronic system, EPAS, Eagle Passive/Active Warning Survivability System. Sensors dispersed throughout the airframe constantly scan and analyze threats. The survival tactic is disruption. Instead of hiding, the F-15EX actively employs powerful electronic jamming, effectively blinding and confusing enemy radar and targeting systems. This creates a massive, electronic disturbance, making itself impossible to lock onto, proving to be the most effective survival tool for a 4.5+ generation jet. The F-15EX is fully integrated into the JADC2, Joint All-Domain Command and Control, doctrine. It functions as a perfect network node, receiving real-time data from satellites, AWACS, and friendly stealth jets. The F-35 might see the target, but the F-15EX is the heavily armed platform ready to shoot it down from a standoff distance, making it a vital component in modern networked warfare. Thanks to its powerful new engines, GE F-110, GE 129, the F-15EX maintains its maximum speed of Mach 2.5, 2,600 km per hour. Its ability to sustain supersonic speeds, supercruise, allows it to rapidly reach the battle space, a significant advantage the transonic F-35 lacks. Unrestricted by the limitations of an internal weapons bay. The F-15EX maximizes external carriage. Its record payload capability allows it to lift up to 29,500 pounds, 13.4 metric tons, of ordnance. This is nearly a light bomber's capacity and 5 times the internal payload of the F-35 in stealth mode. It features 12 weapon stations, theoretically up to 22, enabling it to carry a massive volley of AMRAAMs or next-generation JATM missiles. This heavy lift capability makes the EX the ideal launch platform for oversized weapons like new cruise or hypersonic missiles that the F-22 or F-35 cannot carry internally. The F-15EX is strategically positioned as the flying missile truck. The F-35 handles initial penetration and suppression. The F-15EX then uses its speed and massive payload to rush to the perimeter and fire a barrage of long-range weapons at targets designated by the stealth fleet. For missions involving numerous lower-threat targets, deploying one F-15EX loaded with 12+ weapons is far more cost-effective and efficient than deploying multiple F-35s, fulfilling the critical role of force economy. The F-15EX began entering the USAF fleet in 2024 and has quickly proven its capabilities in exercises. Its powerful comeback has not only filled the US 4.5 Gen fighter gap but also generated huge international demand. Israel, Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, and Poland are all vying for this advanced classic. The F-15EX Eagle II serves as a profound lesson in military strategy. Upgradability, low operational cost, and raw firepower remain irreplaceable factors that cannot be sacrificed for stealth alone. It definitively affirms that 5th generation and 4.5+ generation fighters are not rivals, but a perfect and necessary combination for 21st century skies. In your opinion, which poses the bigger threat in a high-intensity conflict, a stealth F-35 carrying 4 missiles, or an F-15EX loaded with 12? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to Subscribe and hit the notification bell for more deep dive analysis.